Hi, Mark Einstein here, and I thought I'd go through an accompaniment to an email I sent out today that was why people fail in certain tasks and things and stuff they do. And I quoted in the email that there was 4 stages of being in a task, and the first stage was stage 1, which is I call all of the gear and no idea. And the weird thing about all the gear and no idea is that it's incredibly euphoric. It's a good stage to be in. It's when you've just come off a course or a bit of learning, or you've read a book or done a webinar or something, and you've got all the gear. And that is, you can relate to that by, let's say, a new golfer. He's got all the, the Rupert Bear trousers. He's got the nice jumper, and he's got a full set of clubs that are brand new, but he hasn't got a club to play golf. And that's all the gear, no idea. That's stage 1. People often think they know a lot because they've done some learning. It's quite a nice stage to be in, because that's sometimes you can equate it to beginner's luck, because they get a couple of quick wins, and that's it's a good state to be in. However, at 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, whatever it is, people drop into stage 2, and stage 2 is a weird phase, because stage 2 is where the chin hits the floor and nothing goes right. You realise in your brain that there's a lot more to doing this new thing than you understand. It's a lot more complicated. And it's a weird stage, and that's when we lose people. And we've got this little loop where, so I can do it on the camera properly, we've got stage 1 here, and then over to stage 2. And then in stage 2 is where we lose them, where we lose people, and they go back to stage 1 to do some more learning on something else. And that's called chasing shiny pennies, this loop thing, because we've got stage 1, is all the gear, no idea, really enthusiastic, really hyped, really good. I'm going to do some stuff. Then you get back to work on Monday morning after your weekend course or whatever you did. And then stage 2 hits in, and you think, oh my word, I'll go back to work because I know what I'm doing. And that's stage 2. And we go around this loop of stuff that comes from stage 1 to stage 2, stage 1, stage 2. And people sometimes never get out of this loop. And I'm sure you've heard people say, well, I tried HMOs, I tried singlets, they didn't really work very well. I tried rent to rent, I couldn't get any deals. I tried deal packaging, I wasn't sure how to sell stuff. I tried SA, and it was a nightmare. Guests were a nightmare. I've had people say all sorts of things of trying different stuff and it not working for them. But do the strategies all work? Well, yes, of course they do. The strategies all work. It's just getting past stage 2. Now, stage 2 is where the chin hits the floor. That's incredibly, it's a downer to be in. And how do you get out of stage 2 into stage 3? Well, to get out of stage 2 into stage 3, that's when you employ a coach. That's when you get a coach to support, to help. It's high supportive behaviour. It's someone that's on your side. It's someone that's got your back. It's someone that's there to check in that you're doing something right or wrong, and be straight with you and be honest with you. And so it's stage 3. What is stage 3? Well, stage 3 is the cautious performer. The cautious performers maybe done one deal or a couple of deals. They're not quite there yet. They almost think it was luck. It wasn't. In stage 3, we've done the work, we've done the stuff, we've got a deal. All you need to do to get another deal is do the same stuff you did to get the first one. So stage 3 is an odd place to be. And all we need to get from stage 3 to stage 4 is again, someone in a peer group, or that's when we have a mastermind, or group meetups for mutual support, almost someone to bounce ideas off and stuff, and give you support that way. So stage 2 to 3 is coaching, and stage 3 to 4 is a peer group or a mastermind. And it's really weird, because stage 4 is the performer, the consistent performer. And when I see people that are in stage 4 in their own lives, in their own careers, in their own thing, they've got genius, and everyone's got their own genius somewhere. So they've got this genius in their own lives. They're quite confident. They stand up straight, and they've got this air of authority about them. But in my world, in the property world, which I've been doing now for 23 years, they almost become children again. They become kids again, because they haven't got this confidence in this world. And that's normal. I mean, it's complete normal. But in stage 4, that's when you get the confidence, and that's when you get the some people just tell me what they're doing. They don't actually need coaching particularly at all, because they just need a sound check, a sounding board. So that's a good thing to be in stage 4. It's really good. So stage 1 is all the gear and no idea. And I'm sure you've seen them about, and you've seen them around property definitely, and business without a doubt. And also people jump from other stuff. They jump out of property and go to trading forex or spread betting, or they decide to do something like Clean Easy or some other multi-level marketing thing. And I've been there. I've been where they are. I tried multi-level marketing back in the mid-90s when it was really new. And I tried, doing things from ClickBank and selling them on and stuff. And it's a really, it's a hard business, because I got into stage 1, then got to stage 2, then got to stage 1 again, doing something else. And I'm sure you've done the same. It's not a criticism, it's just what people do. It's human nature. We think something doesn't work, so we try something else. But in reality, most things do work. So let's say stage 1 is all the gear and no idea. To get out of stage 1 into stage 2, that's self-determining. That goes from the enthusiasm and the drive and the euphoria of stage 1. Stage 2 is chin hit the floor, and at that point we need a coach. And then stage 2 to stage 3. Stage 3 is then the cautious performer. They've done a deal or one deal or 2 deals, but they almost think it was luck, and they're not convinced there's a model there yet. But it is. I mean, it's real. You've done it, and it's real. You've done the work to get a deal. So the next stage is stage 4, which is the performer, and the performer just needs someone to check in on, someone to talk to, someone who's got their back, and will tell them if they're doing something a bit bonkers, something to bounce ideas off, and an almost an equal brain, in fact. And that's the 4 stages. That's the 4 stages we go through. So if you're in stage 1, carry on in stage 1, and don't contact me, because you're there. You're in stage 1. You're euphoric. You've just done some other training or other coaching or a webinar or you've read a book or something, so you don't really need me at this stage, and you probably won't even get in touch. If you're in stage 2 though, and your chin's hit the floor, and you're not making money, you're not bringing in whatever you perceive as a level that you want, which is, for generally most people in the UK can survive pretty well on somewhere between 3 and 6 grand a month. If you're not hitting that, or you're not meeting that, or you want to get to 10 grand a month and you're not hitting that, or you're nowhere near, or you don't know how to get there, that's stage 2, and that's the time to get in touch. And in stage 3, then we run a mastermind as well. We run the mastermind, and the mastermind is brilliant. It's a fantastic group of people. They're just there for support. There's no selling done in that particular group. It's just there for support to get people onto their next deal, their next thing, their next paycheck, their next lump of money in a particular deal. And then my stage 4 guys, they're pretty confident they know what they're doing, and they just use me as a sounding board to get off onto more and bigger stuff. So that's the stages. So stage 1, 2, 3 and 4, you decide where you are. You've got your own genius. I'm no sharper or smarter than you are. If I can do this in property, then anyone can. Particularly, it's not complicated. It's simple, but it's not always easy if you don't know the route. So by all means, get in touch. My name is Mark Ironson, and I'll speak to you soon.